abundance, and gratitude to all. Now, normally when videos like this come across my timeline, I'll look at them and then I'll just move on, because like I said, this is more so about black women, so-called black women, getting back to love and value each other. Stop loving yourselves individually the wrong way. You're loving yourselves individually, but you're loving yourself individually the wrong way. It's about actually really valuing and appreciating yourself, and more importantly, valuing and appreciating sisterhood, and then the creativity with your children, taking pride in educating and medically evaluating your own children. That is where it should be at. But I was looking at this video, and this video really struck home to me, because the one thing that I've seen all across the internet as like it has moved like a wild forest fire, is that a lot of people talk about shadow work, spirituality, talking to the ancestors, out in nature, grounding your feet, hugging trees, doing sound bowls. And I'm looking at all of these things, right? But I'm one thing that I am not looking at, that I don't see, is the creativity of children and the stability of relationships. So let's just start with this: the stability of relationships and the creativity of families. Are we just screaming and saying that we're spiritually people and we're moving in a different frequency or different energy just to maintain the masculine energy and not be feminine and soft and grateful and appreciative enough? Or also, and not saying to yourself, I need to go and approach a man, because that's what's happening with a lot of you. You all sit back and you want to work out, you want to do certain spiritual things, but yet you're still waiting for a man to approach you. And that's not how it goes. And this is what you don't understand. Even in ancient times, women went and approached the man that she wanted to have children. She wanted to carry on his bloodline. And I'm not saying, women, this is something that y'all need to go out and do, but I will tell you one thing: if I'm really on a spiritual path and I know that my main purpose here on this planet as a woman is to create life, to continue life, that's something that you can't avoid. Because if you wasn't supposed to create life, then you wouldn't be born with a reproductive system. You would just be born with a brain, a consciousness, whereas though that you'll be able to be intuitive and still be spiritual. However, that's not the case. You're actually born with a reproduction system, and you actually go through your you go through those mating, or go through that period of time each month that you should fertilize, have your eggs or your star seeds inside of you fertilize. And no, you can't ignore biology. You can't ignore the number one purpose for a woman. So again, when I'm watching this video, I'm seeing a lot more growth in spiritual, supposedly, but nobody's holding down families. Nobody's creating families, creating villages. It's just, I'm spiritual. Let's have some wine. Let's burn some sage. Let's light some candles. You know what I mean? Let's go out and do yoga. Let's go in the park and put our feet in the dirt. None of that has to do with actually you doing all of that and making that a priority above what's your number one priority. And that's to create life and create a family and to break generational curses. You going from Islam, Christianity to hugging trees and burning sage. That's not what it was about. The awakening is not about that. The awakening is about 8 million children that go missing every year. Millions of so-called black children being indoctrinated through the education system, falsely medically evaluated by the medical system, and drugged up by the food industrial system to keep their frontal lobe and their prefrontal lobe from developing correctly, so where though that they're not thinking for themselves and to look at themselves as an inferior species, while a fake superior species is doing nothing but holding up false lies, using laws and religion to keep you trapped in a box. See, that's the main purpose. You're supposed to be breaking those generational curses. So I'm confused on why I don't see more women that's so spiritually now. Why they're not upholding their families, or pursuing family instead of pursuing just to hug trees and burn sage and do yoga. I want to work out now. Work out with your children. Work out with your man. Work out with creating your family. You can work out pregnant. You know that, right? I don't know why you seem like you can't do that. You can work out with your man. You know that, right? You can work out with your partner. You can work out with your sisters. You can still do that and create life at the same time to break generational curses. So this is a good video, and it touches on a serious point, because you're becoming so-called more spiritual, but you're forgetting the main purpose when it comes to spirituality. And that's creating life to break generational curses, just like they made you create life to implement generational curses. They beat you, they hung you, they abused you in front of your children, in front of your other sisters that were pregnant, and said to you, you must speak this language and you must abide by these rules. You must feel inferior to me. This is what went on to make you breed out a generation of species of males and females that don't see themselves in any high regards when it comes to royalty outside of songs and money and movie strips. That's it. You only see yourself as royalty is when you have their world. But minus their world, you don't see yourself as royalty. Minus their vision of you, you don't see yourself as royalty. Why? Because we're not truly breaking generational curses. So again, I am saying that more women are spiritual. You're so intuitive. You can look into the crystal ball, but you don't see the crystal ball. The number one thing that's in the crystal ball that I'm confused about it. I'm totally confused. Why? Because of fear. Because you don't feel as though within yourself you have the ability to break generational curses. And then when you get with a male that really wants to break generational curses, it puts you in a bond. So you would rather dodge and move around and give up all the other reasons and excuses on why you should be doing these things versus the number one thing that is implemented, that is imprinted inside of your DNA, your genetics. But here we go.
Black women, they know they don't messed up. You know, ain't nobody really checking for you to take you serious in life. So they be like, I look good. I got a job. I got a career. I got my own car liability. I got a house. I got a 4-bedroom house. Probably overcharged for all the repairs and everything. I got all this. Black men are just black men. I'm wrong. A man, God gonna send me a man. God is not sending no black woman, no man, baby. God is not sending black women men, baby. No, he not. Lord, today, I'm letting y'all know, God is not sending black men to wife black women. He's not going to send a man, Amazon Prime him, FedEx him to your door, baby. That's not how it works, baby. You have to do the work. It's amazing how women be talking all this spiritual stuff, this religious stuff, and they don't apply it to themselves for real. Why are black women like this? Why are we like this? We the only women out here that don't want to put work in. Why is that?
That's a good question.